I think I'll slowly start with the introduction. So, welcome everyone to this second episode of Tech Solutions Made in Europe. My name is Judith Lampedi. I'm the Senior Business Development Manager here at the Digital SME Alliance. And I'll be today's host and moderator for the session. Initially, this session was supposed to be moderated by Sebastiano Toffoletti, Digital SME Secretary General, unfortunately sick. So I had to step in, but he sends all the best regards to everyone and looks forward to seeing you in the upcoming sessions. You see already on screen today's speakers, which I'm going to introduce in a second, but maybe first, let me say a few words about the format and the event in general, maybe about today's session more specifically as well. So we know that in the past few months, Europe's ability to own its technological future has become more and more important. Not that it wasn't before, but it's becoming more and more central to today's discussion and the economics. With the recent geopolitical shifts, policy development, and so on, it's more and more important to build a robust technological sovereign European tech industry, and it's becoming a strategic priority. We've seen in the past few months many initiatives raising in this regard, from the EURES tax to other connected initiatives. And the idea is always that the European industry is working to ensure that the tools that we rely on are secure, compliant, and truly serve European interests and citizens, I would add. So this event series was created out of this necessity. The idea is to showcase European solutions that embody also European values. So we organized this event series with the idea of showcasing. So far, we've been looking into tools we use every day, for example, in our office. We're going to look, for example, marketing tools, but cloud alternatives. But today, we're more looking into building and enabling a cyber resilient stack. We know that cybersecurity is not only about protecting data and infrastructure, it's also about ensuring trust, resilience, and an independent Europe's digital future. So today with me, I have three companies with three incredible speakers that will present their solutions made in Europe. So introducing them, let's say, in order of appearance later in their pitches, we have Kasia Totsko, Head of Communication. Thank you, Kasia. Head of Communications at Simplito, Dusko Rodi, Project Manager at Advanced Cybersecurity, and Anthony Center, Founder at Atomnia. So it's with great pleasure that I give the floor to our first speaker. So Kasia, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. It's actually with great pleasure that I am presenting some of Simplito's tools and approaches to the concept of digital sovereignty. I wanted to say many thanks to the EU Digital SME Alliance that are a powering force in, supporting European entrepreneurs and innovators in proving the world wrong that, European technology is something that should be taken into consideration in terms of creating, the balance in the world. Let's start with what Simplito is. We are a company that started, operating in 2008. We have been thinking about privacy as a human right and as a value in terms of creating, different technological solutions for many, many years now. We have walked the path of SaaS applications, offering encrypted applications to end users. But recently we had this revelation that in order to scale our mindset and the idea of total privacy of data and content globally, it's just easier and more effective to go deeper and to present and offer low-level solutions for developers, for other IT teams and programmers who could then implement them in their own solutions and try to change the world for the better future. And when I mean the better future, this is the one in which we are all digital citizens who understand the power and the value of data and are also ready to protect it. Next slide, please. A few words about the team. We are based and operating from Poland, from Toruń, the birth city of Copernicus. We are an employee-shared company that is very, I think, exotic in the Polish economical landscape. And we are, of course, a company that works for profit, but the values and proving the world that, treating content privacy, digital sovereignty, and digital ownership as certain basic elements of the current mindset is something super important to us. Next slide, please. I have mentioned the SaaS path. Currently, in our portfolio, we have two very robust, sophisticated toolkits dedicated strictly to developers and IT teams, and they are meant to help programmers and developers to implement the privacy in their solutions. One of them is PrivamX. The other one is dedicated to the overhyped space of artificial intelligence. But if you are here in this crowd and working on a privacy-focused solution, and you think it's a good idea to talk to us about our approach, we should definitely talk after this. Okay, next slide, please. I will start with PrivamX. This is a concept that is a really low-level approach to privacy. We were thinking along the lines of let's make the concept, but also the ability to implement privacy and end-to-end encryption as easy as it gets. And the easiest way to scale total content privacy and end-to-end encryption is prepare a ready-to-use, easy-to-use, and out-of-the-box toolkit that allows all types of developers, never mind programming languages or environments they're working in, to be able to implement end-to-end encryption in their already existing, but also new source applications and solutions. Next slide. We wanted to solve many problems that you, I think, observe on a daily basis. The problem with communication, so exchanging data, exchanging information within the public space, within the private space, within government, within your companies, securing any type of confidential communication is just easier with end-to-end encryption. It applies also to solutions prepared especially for the web, for the mobile application, but we also can use PrivamX platform for developers working in IoT systems or extended reality. We actually just came back from Switzerland when we were able to present the effect of a few months of work within an European Cortex-2 project. We were able to develop a toolkit that allows for encrypting data in the metaverse. So this is something that the entire XR, AR, VR community needs, and we are hoping it's to solve, the problems of tomorrow in terms of extended reality. There's also a huge problem with preparing applications and solutions with end-to-end encryption, but doing it without the right cryptography expertise or without the resources. We wanted to make it easier for developers to save time and money and resources, and this is what PrivamX was made for. It also serves as a sort of a fast track to legal compliance. So the end-to-end encryption technology allows for full control over data and also for being sure that no third parties are able to intercept, read, or use the data for their purposes. And this is like a fundamental rule for all of the data regulations globally. Next slide, please. So we were thinking along the lines of many sensitive industries working, for example, in public administration or GovTech, defense tech, or even in the corporate area. They all need tools, solution systems to exchange, store, work with data in a model that is private by design and encrypted by default. But we also dedicate our products to any type of ICT SMEs, any software house that is working in the field of companies dealing with sensitive data. Privamix offers seamless integration and very easy to use tools that allow a very sophisticated technology and protecting and securing data. So it's a huge level up to your portfolio. Of course, we are also talking to fintech organizations and to health tech, and I also mentioned the extended reality companies working like with technologies of tomorrow. So you will be able to maintain the privacy also within that particular sphere. Okay. Why use it? There are many other solutions, that allow you to secure your data online, but the devil is in what they are not telling you. I have to admit I'm not a technical person. There are some members of my team in the chat. If you have like specific technological questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and they will be of support to you. But in able to understand what end-to-end encryption really provides and gives you is you have to understand that end-to-end encryption allows you to send an information from one end, from the receive, from one person to the other, with no intermediaries and no third parties in between. So the data is secured at all times, in transit, at rest. We are using zero-knowledge servers. So even the people working in the server infrastructure where your data flows through or is stored in a moment are not able to intercept, use, read, or just obtain the data because it's encrypted at all times. Privamix also works with every major technological stack, so any type of programming languages, you can use it. Is private by design for the data sovereignty. So the cornerstone of it is that you control the access to the data. You know who is using it, who is trying to what are like the different scenarios of the usage. And this is like a very easy way to really prepare a solution or an application that would be legally compliant with most of the global regulations, but also cyber resilient and ready for the challenges of tomorrow in terms of cybersecurity. Okay, let's go further. Thank you. And we're trespassing into the overhyped space of artificial intelligence. So we were thinking along the lines of, okay, there is an AI boom. What can we do to implement the concept of privacy by design, and thinking along the lines of the importance of privacy of data in the AI space? And we decided to come up with DeepFellow. It is actually a solution for a compliant and auditable, scalable AI system that is tailored to the most sensitive sectors and really respects data and allows you to fully control what type of data it has access to. And there are many problems with AI right now. Okay, go on. There are many problems with commercial third-party cloud-based AI solutions right now. Let me just focus on some of them. One of the main problems is the problem of data privacy and IP protection. People are putting a lot of sensitive data and intellectual property into their prompts, and there is no way to control it or to validate responses. It's a huge risk for any type of organization. And organizations in the European Union are, of course, obliged to comply with certain regulations and are not simply allowed to use the commercial models. The other problem is the unpredictability behind the costs and the time of introducing such systems within your organization. You can never really be sure what is your pay-as-you-go, cost at the very end. The problem with compliance, as I mentioned, is also a huge one. So we decided to create something that would be built within your infrastructure, that would use the best open source models out there, but it would work on your internal data for your benefit without compromising your data privacy. Next. Why should you use it or give it a try? Let me just tell you how it changes the AI landscape within an organization. So we were thinking that DeepFellow should be something that empowers teams and AI developers to build very secure and privacy-first AI systems that are like entirely in-house, and they are tailored and dedicated to meet company-specific needs. As it operates on your organization's data, it operates through secure server-side integrations, so it can really access only the certain categories and amounts and types of data that you show it to, and nothing more. You can build dedicated agents with it and be sure that some of the data that you want to have like special control of is not being accessed by this particular AI. What's more, your internal data does not go in the cloud to third-party companies that are like black box types of AI, and you can never know what goals they have in using your data in order to learn to teach their models. What is super important, I guess, is that it has this built-in auditability feature. It enables transparent operation and supports legal compliance, because every interaction and decision within the DeepFellow framework is logged, and it makes oversight and verification very straightforward. It's super important in terms of organizations working in the public sector that are just obliged to be open for audits, but also corporation enterprises and any type of organizations that want to use the power of AI and not compromise on data security or privacy. We have very flexible business model for different kind of institutions and organizations. And what is super important, I think, is that the technology and the approach is derived from our proven PrivMX platform and from our expertise before. We are working with strategic partners in the field of cybersecurity, working with IT providers, and we already have 2 proof of concept projects on the way. So I think it's safe to say that if you are thinking about implementing AI in your organization but are worrying about the sensitivity of data and data sovereignty, and you want to have full control over your IP, we should definitely talk after this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kasia, for the great presentation. So the format is that I'm going to ask a couple of questions now. If anyone in the audience has questions for Kasia, you can write them in the chat now, or later we can address them also at the end after the other speakers have presented, as you prefer. In the meantime, I'll start to break a little bit the ice. So you mentioned that both solutions have quite a big target customer, so from ICT SMEs to also public administrations and so on. I was wondering if you're experiencing or seeing any difference between the needs of the different target audience. So, for example, compliance requirements, privacy requirements, technical implementation challenges, and so on. So, more hands-on.
That's a great question, Julia, because there is a huge difference. I think the private entities and companies and entrepreneurs who have been experimenting with AI are suddenly beginning to notice the dangers behind, implementing your IP and your sensitive data into these models, which are later, as I said, the AI applications being apparently black box is used for the benefit of, creating other things. But with the public sector, I think it's clear for them. They are obliged by the European regulations, by the local regulations to comply with the law. And it's clear for them that, even if you are really determined to become a part of the AI hustle, you have to stick to the rules, especially here in Europe. But we can see that in the United States and on the global markets, people are more and more interested in looking out for private AI models, the ones that are working only on your internal data, the ones that you can control, not only in terms of times and costs, but also the access to information. So like tailored specific needs of the companies addressed by tailored agents that really know your knowledge base, know the specific, secret sauce of the organization, and can be of use and of help. So it is changing.
Thank you, Kasia. If there are no questions for the moment, I'll thank you for the presentation and see you maybe later for a more general discussion also with Anthony and Dusko. Thank you, Kasia.
Thank you so much.
So, introducing our next speaker. We have Dusko Rodi, which I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. Forgive me if I'm
Pretty
not.
much.
Project manager at Advanced Cybersecurity. Dusko, the floor is yours.
Thank you. First of all, many thanks for having us here. We are relatively new to Digital SME. We started our partnership less than a year ago, but we think it's most important what you are doing. So once more, thank you very much. And I think it's very, very important for both of us, our cooperation. So let me go straight to a point. Few words about company background. We are fully dedicated to cybersecurity. Advanced Cybersecurity is a team of experts that has more than 20 years of experience in this field. We think that we are pioneers in what we are doing. So if we're talking about European tech solution, we see our main product, which is Armada, as such. What is Armada? Next slide, please. Armada is a next generation CM system for monitoring and detecting all types of cyber attacks, which currently providing automated protection. So it's by definition, but we like to present Armada as more than that. It's a multi-layer protection. So it offers many features than in comparison to classical CM solutions. What is more important is that it's completely in-house developed solution. So we also try to avoid going on cloud. So Armada, what is specific? It's a solution that is on-premise solution. So we have to have 100% trust with our clients. So Armada is essential for establishing security operational process and infrastructure for all corporations and financial institutions, also military and government organizations, as well as for industrial IoT and smart grids. So we often get the question, do I need Armada? You know, why? Because I think one of the main problems in our field is raising awareness. You know, awareness about the necessity of cybersecurity is pretty much low. So we always say, yes, you need Armada if you want to protect your data and your from damage. So we are dedicated to critical infrastructure, you know, from any unauthorized use and intrusion. So it's protection of key business process for state institutions, banks, telecommunication operators, companies, etc. So what we are trying to do, and many of modern CM solutions are very expensive. It's robust. It's very complicated. It needs quite complicated infrastructure to have. So Armada is tailor-made. It is scalable. It can be applied on small business. That is what we are trying to do, to get a CM solution that is affordable to SMEs. So not only enterprise. So, but it's offer 100% protection of business communication, documents, personal identities, and integrity of personal services. So next, please. So what is the core feature of Armada? So it's big data unlimited analysis. So it handles literally billion of events each day, analyzing an unlimited amount of data. So it's real-time correlation. And what we are proud of, we have APOT. It's hacker traps. APOT is a sort of integrated honeypot that we simulate the real environment for the hackers, and when they are think they're inside, we let them go, and we monitor what they are doing. So it's internal traps set throughout system to detect and catch the intruders. So what else is important? Unknown threat detection. So we are capable with Armada to detect zero-day attacks. So we also do with Armada visual reconstruction and forensics, and what is most important, automated remediation. So next, please. Except digital cloning, we also offers AI defense. I know that the artificial intelligence is a hot topic right now, and everybody try to use in their business sort of artificial intelligence. What we are doing with that, I think it's best for me to leave for later. After this, you will see why, and I will explain later. So we also prevent AI attacks and immunization. We are doing immunization. So we also provide not only we have a blue team and the red team. So we offers both defensive and offensive. I mean, it's a ethical hacking. We are doing penetration tests, vulnerability scans, and such services. Next slide, please. So we in this slide we explained how we are doing, so we can go to the next. It's more technical thing. I also want to say I'm a finance guy that has wandered into IT, so related to any technical things, we also have a team that it is on your disposal to explain. What we see is as a unique feature, we have a complete visualization. So you have both 2D and 3D visualization of processes. So Armada is built to be user-friendly. So you can monitor entire process on your computer, and you will see what is going on in any time, in any second. So next, please. What are our key differentiators? Our detection time is less than 3 milliseconds. It's Armada is a solution that is existing for last 5 years since we developed, and we are constantly improving the performances. It is tested against the few rival solutions, and it is proved to be very efficient. We place outside traps and use them to learn in real time about new, unknown attacking IPs and new methods of attacks in order to be proactive and in protecting your assets against even unknown types of attacks. What we are proud of also, that we are the part of national. We are the part in cooperation of National CERT. So we are delivering data about attacks. Every new attack we share. So next, please. What we offer. More than 100 different antivirus checks and any process ever started at your system. So we believe in Armada. So we are willing to offer source code deposit as to provide additional level of assurance to customers regarding what Armada does with data, its process, and how securely it is coded. So we have achieved technical excellence. I think a few rewards talks about it. I think Armada is important because we are here to speak about European tech solutions. So it's completely in-house built. It's built and produced in Europe. So we think it's the sort of solution that prove that Europe has something to offer comparison to our peers in US. So next, please. We also provide SOC as a service. Security Operations Center, we have our own Security Operations Center. It is something that is not only the service. Armada is a part of our Security Operations Center. Everything is constantly monitored. We have a security operation analyst that is 24/7 at our client disposal, which is something that is, I think, one of the unique features. So any kind of attack is responds within I don't want to say seconds, but within minutes. So I think that is one of the main points. SOC deliver all of the benefits of dedicated 24/7, but without high cost, complexity, and frustration that come with the building, staffing, and managing one in-house. With the managed SOC as a service, organizations are able to outsource the people, process, and technology needed for SOC, which is operated and managed off-site and delivered as cloud-based service. So organizations of all size, it is available from SMEs to big enterprises that need defense and expertise that allow them to monitor for threats day and night. So SOC as a service provides a avenue for organization to gain and end-to-end detection and response solutions designated to design to account for today's SOC challenges and manageable price point. Next, please. So I think this will be the last one. So main question is, how is Armada going to help you? Armada is going to help you use proactive approach through automation by tracing your administrators' real-time and past activities. So monitoring, detecting, and reacting real-time attacks within 3 milliseconds response time, and detecting of users of non-standard behavior or the traffic structure that may be a source of danger in the near future. Not at that time, but also in the near future, detecting weaknesses in architecture and setting up a network and service infrastructure. So Armada also helps by performing simplification of technological complexity. So I think it's pretty much it. If you have some questions about technical things, you can contact us directly. So, but also I would like to have a few minutes after Anthony to present one more thing that is, I think, will be interested for this topic. You know, thank you very much. Thanks, Julia.
Thank you, Dusko. Yes, indeed. Later we can maybe also talk about. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a spoiler. The partnership you have between the three companies, which I think it was completely random because I didn't know when I invited you. But I'm very happy actually we're here and able to also showcase this I think it's a best practice, this cooperation. So you will tell us more later. So I'll shut up now. Maybe Dusko, just first of all, thank you for the presentation. I a very basic question. Given the geopolitical context we're living in right now, do you see an increased demand in Armada? Do you see any differences? Is the concept of cyber threat evolving? What's your impression at the moment?
Our and my personal impression is that is the topic that will be one of the most important things in a near future. From one side, we have regulations like NIS2 and the CRA, which are pushing us to necessity to have such solutions, but it's not the regulation that need to raise awareness about the necessity of cybersecurity solutions, modern cybersecurity solutions. It needs to be our own awareness that we need to be protected. So in line with everything that is going on, I think it will change everything. I think that what is going on in Europe will raise demand for cybersecurity solutions such as Armada.
Okay, thank you so much, Dusko. Then I'll see you after Anthony's to tell us more about the partnership. And hello, Anthony.
Okay.
So I'll just give you the floor. You can introduce Atomnia very well. So go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hi everybody. Before we start, just know we've been known as Atomnia for 24 hours. Before that, we were a company since 2016. We were known as SD-WAN Solutions, and the reason for the rebrand, or the reason for the name, is when we first started out, all that we did was SD-WAN, and we became the SD-WAN experts. But we do so much more than just SD-WAN now. So we changed the name to Atomnia to reflect our growth in the industry and our growth with technology. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to talk to you about our product called Omnia, which is an all-in-one cybersecurity and network solution. I'm going to try and highlight the differences between the way we do network and cybersecurity and perhaps the way that more traditional players or the larger tech giants you would consider as the suppliers of these services. I'm trying to highlight the difference between how we do it and how they do it. So first of all, we believe that Omnia is the most comprehensive solution that's available. It's accessible and it's affordable, not just for enterprise customers, but for SMEs and in any vertical and in any geography as well. We don't demand huge upfront multi-year payments for the services. Every service is available on a month-to-month commitment, and you can add and take services away as you need them. But most of all, because we build our services locally in Europe or in whichever country we are delivering the services in, the data sovereignty is key for every one of our solutions, and it's ensured with our solution. And despite the accent, these solutions were developed in our research and development lab in Belgium in conjunction with our sister company in the UK. We also have offices in Johannesburg, South Africa, and a smaller office in Singapore. Right, could I have the next slide, please? So, excuse the play on the European, the EU symbols here. It's just really to push the fact home that we are a European company. These are European solutions for us. So Omnia is the most advanced all-in-one solution that seamlessly integrates many different services together. So we have our own hardware device that runs our intelligent network services, our software-defined wide area networking, or SD-WAN services. We have security integration that provides the SASE. We go one step further with layer 4 encryption. We connect to multi-cloud. We have connectivity options. We have a VPN replacement called SASE Remote. We can connect IoT, and we have XDR as well, extended detection, remediation, and response. Now that's a lot of acronyms, and I'm hoping to get through them all in a really simple and easy to explain way. Could I have the next slide, please? So every single service or every single solution we do has three major components. One is the hardware piece that everything runs on. The next one is our network, and the third one, the essential service, is security. But if I start with the hardware component, sorry, just bear with me a second. This is a single device that runs all of our components, and it's available. It can run on 12 volt or DC battery, and it's available for teams that are on the move. So fixed officers or teams that are on move, vehicles, trains, etc., can all use these devices. And this device runs network, security, layer 4 encryption, XDR, everything on one device using far less power, etc. Can I have the next slide, please? Right, on to one of our flagship products, Atomius SD-WAN. This is our very own SD-WAN product, and it's an ultra-fast, always-on, secure SD-WAN that delivers a resilient network. It's built on intelligent next-gen foundations, and it delivers sub-second failover. It's got dynamic packet steering, and it comes with a massive 1 gig throughput license. Apologies if I'm just throwing a lot of words at you. What I'm really trying to get across is you can see in this table how we compare, or how the Atomius SD-WAN compares in functionality with the likes or the larger tech players that I'm not going to not going to name, etc. But what it actually does is it delivers essential foundational connectivity, making sure that every single business, whether it's an SME or an enterprise or a global player, can remain connected to their applications, to their customers, and to cloud, for example. Next slide, please. The next one is our SASE integration, and this is a complete SASE framework or security framework. It protects your data, it protects your business, it protects your employees against the latest cyber attacks. And at the moment, we use the only security vendor with a near 99.9% block rate for malware, as well as 100% block rate for phishing, malicious URLs, and zero-day threats, etc. Unlike most other SASE solutions, we are able to swap out different security products. So if the security product doesn't function or starts to diminish in the capability, we can swap out this particular security product for another one without swapping out any of the other components. So you will always have the most up-to-date and the best performing software or security solution as part of your solution. Also, we run these in purpose-built in-country security gateways, so we are able to keep the data and the security function within country for you. And again, you can see some of the bigger players and just how little they can actually protect you. I mean, one that really sticks out is a security provider that only provides 2/3 protection against malware. Shouldn't be in anybody's business, for example. Just my opinion. Could I have the next slide, please? Now, this is where it starts to get really interesting, and this is where it starts to really come together. So layer 4 encryption for us is an additional encryption. You might have heard our friend Kasia speak about this earlier. This is an additional encryption that takes over and introduces more security, more encryption on parts that the SD-WAN encryption doesn't do, for example. So this runs independently on our own VNA devices, but the encryption keys are held by the customers themselves. So we as providers cannot even see the data or the traffic. It is totally encrypted, as Kasia said. Now, we started out life using encryption with a company called Thales. We are moving, since that we have found our relationship with Simplito, and we are now in development to not only replace the service from Thales, but to actually expand it and to put it into even more of our products, to make our products even more secure, but also accessible for the likes of SMEs, and also available on a month-by-month basis. Yep, something that is not possible with anyone else. And I can say one of the best compelling things, and Kasia, I was hoping you weren't going to say this, but I wanted to say it, but not a single company that has run layer 4 encryption has ever suffered a successful data breach or data ransomware attack. Yeah, so the data can be stolen, but because it's so encrypted, it's totally worthless to criminals. Yeah. So I have no idea why every single company is not running layer 4 encryption, not only for the bad guys out there or the cyber criminals, but also bad actors within the company. You can even encrypt data in your company, hiding it from the rest of the company where they have no need to see what that data is. All right, just something to think about there. Could I have the next slide, please? So our Atomius cloud gateways, as I said, they are individual cloud gateways built in country for data sovereignty, and they are your purpose-built gateways to multi-cloud on-ramps and also to connecting to the rest of the world. We can also connect to over 1,000 data center locations, and we can seamlessly integrate IoT connection into that. Again, making sure your connections into cloud are resilient, redundant as part of your infrastructure, and also it is also the perfect place for us to host our intelligent services for our Atomius SD-WAN. There might be a version of Armada running in that for a particular customer. For example, Disco, using your brand name again, they're throwing that in. I don't want to spoil the surprise though. Now, can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so Atomius Connect for us just means that we are able to source, deliver, manage, and maintain any type of connection from anywhere on the planet to anywhere on the planet, be that fiber or broadband or 4G or 5G or satellite lease lines, etc. So we can make sure that we integrate these, fully manage for you as part of your solution, so that you don't have to have individual relationships or management with various different carriers across the world. Next slide for us, please. This SASE Remote for us is one of our most interesting products, and forgive me, I'm a bit techie nerdy when it comes to things like this. This is a deviceless client, yeah, that provides full SD-WAN functionality, but it also integrates with zero trust network access, cybersecurity. So as an example of how this would work, for example, you could be sitting in a Starbucks coffee shop, for example, or a Pret, and you could be using, it's not advisable, but you could be using the Starbucks Wi-Fi for a connection. You would also be using your mobile phone's 4G connection. You would tethering from your mobile phone. The client, the SASE Remote client, would merge them together, bond them together, use both connections, encrypt them in an encrypted tunnel, and send that encrypted data across two different paths back into your network. So you have access to only the applications you have as if you were on the network. So there's no VPN to worry about. There's no VPN concentrator to worry about. And if someone could even break into that encrypted tunnel to steal the data, they'd only have half of it, because one half is going through a mobile network, the other half is going through a Starbucks Wi-Fi. And this is available to use anywhere in the world, and it can use up to 6 different connections, and it's very easy to deploy for ultra secure working from home environments or working on the move environments. All right, next slide, please. Then we have Omnia IoT. Now, 97% of IoT devices are totally unsecured, and that's the easiest way. That's a backdoor into your network and a total vulnerability. Omnia IoT bypasses the public internet, so it connects your IoT devices back to your offices or to your data centers or to your Atomius cloud gateway, connects those devices back invisibly because they're hidden from the general internet. Yeah, it goes through private 4G networks to get to where it needs to go. And the next slide, please. XDR2, we call it XDR2. That's extended detection, remediation, and response. And what this actually means is we are monitoring. When I say we as in the term, you might see the advanced cybersecurity logo below the page. Sorry, I lost my train there. So we monitor the logs of everything that is done, is sent constantly through our SD-WAN device, through our VNA hardware device, which acts as a data collector, sent through to Armada, yeah, where they are checked constantly all the time with the AI enhanced integration. and any abnormalities is then flagged and highlighted to the blue or red teams that ACS provides, and we are able to use the SD-WAN device, the VENA device, as a kill switch, to instantly cut off that branch or that connection. One step further, if we are using endpoint security, if endpoint security is added into that, then we can cut off just the one endpoint that has the problem, not the entire branch. But either way, we contain that until the very clever guys at ACS can get to the bottom of that and make sure it doesn't spread anymore. All right, next slide, please. Sorry, I'm rushing through this because I know that Disco wants to tell you all about what's happening. So Atomnia is where the advanced connection meets next-gen protection with no compromise. Okay, so just to recap, so we will keep your teams connected, protected. We will keep your data secure. We will keep your data sovereign. It is proven the best performing network and security options that are interchangeable. We have one piece of hardware that runs everything, and you're allowed to scale up and scale down components monthly, and you don't have to pay several years upfront licensing for that. Plus, especially across Europe, it makes you NIS2 compliant. So for the network, the security, the data protection, the enhanced security posture, and all the reporting, ticks those boxes for NIS2 compliance. And as far as we're concerned, based in Belgium, based in the UK, we have distributions in Ireland, Germany, the UK, as I said, Africa as a continent, the Middle East, Dubai, and Asia Pac in the Philippines. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anthony, for the exhaustive presentation. Also nice to see all the other partnership opportunities that are going on with both Simpleato and Advanced Cybersecurity. Maybe before giving the word back to Dusko about the partnership work you're doing, just one question for you. So as you have all these modular components, how do you help the customers to understand what are their needs? Like, do they come usually knowing already what they want, or do you provide that type of support?
So sometimes we can scare customers because we have so many things that will all work together. So we're trying to really simplify this down for customers. So we will seamlessly integrate all of our solutions and products for customers, but we have also built specialist bundles. So if you're an SME, we have a specialist SME bundle, that will keep you connected and protected and provide you the cybersecurity that you need, that you can add the other modules when you need. We have a Omnia Core bundle that is basically a build-a-bear. It allows you to build whatever service you want, take the modules that you think you want, or rely on our team to work with you and help you decide which modules you need right now. And then we have Omnia Black, which is our most secure service, which has every single one of the security products that we mentioned, and that's implemented as a bundle. Or if you're a reseller or a wholesaler or a managed service provider, we have Omnia Red that allows you to integrate your products and services into that and supply it back to the customers as a service. So we're really here to help you. We're here to make sure that network connectivity, protection, all of those things are accessible and affordable to customers of all sizes.
Thank you, Anthony. That's very clear, I think. Again, if there are any questions for Anthony or all the other speakers, please type them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to share their presentations and contact information after the event. So you can, I'm sure they'll be happy if you contact them and schedule our meetings. Great. Then, yes, Dusko, I'll give the floor back to you.
Thanks, Julia.
Do you need slides, or are you gonna?
No. Briefly, just a few words. Less than 2 years ago, here in Advanced Cybersecurity, we started to explore the possibility of artificial intelligence and how we can put it into use. So one of the first thing that we tried to explore was how artificial intelligence can improve Armada and processes within our cybersecurity solution. So we started something that we called at first AI engine model. We have a fully dedicated team to explore that, and pretty much in the same time we participated last year in Digital SME Summit, and we met great guys that is now known as Atomnia. Yeah, so Anthony and Toby, and one thing led to another, and they introduced us to Simplito. So now we are working on I think very ambitious project that has aim to develop and deploy a cybersecurity AI accelerator for critical infrastructure, enhancing existing security information and event management system Armada to meet the increased demand of modern cyber defense. So our objective is to fortify critical infrastructure such as energy, water, healthcare, finance, and transportation, but also to help SMEs and also regulatory authorities and policymakers by delivering a real-time, intelligent, and automated cybersecurity capabilities through the AI-enhanced Armada platform. So the project stand out for its ambition, I think, and the novelty, moving far beyond the existing solutions. Traditional CM are often static, overwhelmed by event noise, and reliant on manual analysis. So our solution introduces real-time AI-powered correlation, predictive analysis, and automated remediation, coupled with the explained machine learning, honeypot deception system, and dynamic visual forensics, setting, I think, a new benchmark in speed, accuracy, and adaptability of cyber threat detection. So we call it proudly AI Accelerator. Methodology is anchored in a multi-phase interdisciplinary R&D approach, combining AI, cybersecurity, human-computer interaction, and regulatory compliance. So few technical key pillars. I will keep it short. AI integration, use of supervised and unsupervised learning models, behavior analytic, real-time modeling of user and system behavior, adaptive orchestration, and modular infrastructure. So each part of the company in consortium has its own role. So we try to build a sort of state-of-the-art cybersecurity solution, which is AI-driven and which will transform the cybersecurity future, I think. So in terms of business and organization innovation, our model enabled SME adoption of technology typically reserved for tier 1 institutions. So additionally, integration with the Atomnia devices and encrypted platforms that are provided by Simplito with our consortium enable, I think, secure by design communication layer in a hybrid couple deployment model. So I think it's a future. I think it's something that everybody needs to be aware of. If Anthony would like to add something, I think it will be a great cooperation, and I think we will in the near future present you with the final solution.
We're hoping to do that. And Julia, I'm looking at you now. Perhaps we can do this at the Digital SME event in December. I know we're all going to be there again. Wink, wink. What I wanted to say is, well, one of the driving features for us all working together and doing this is every single business faces the exact same cyber threats, yeah, when they're online. Yeah, so the small SMEs and the bigger large enterprises, exactly the same cyber criminals are after them with the same attacks. But it's the smaller guys that don't have the resources or the budget or even the IT teams to protect themselves against these. Well, we're changing that. So working with Simplito for the encryption, working with the ACS with the Armada and the AI intelligence on that, we're making sure that every business has access to affordable products that can protect them, make sure they are safe online, and that's our ultimate aim of working together in this.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Dusko. Kasia, I don't know if you want to add something or if everything was said.
Everything was super clear. I just want to say many thanks to Anthony and Dusko for inviting us because the project is super exciting and we hope we can use our expertise in end-to-end encryption to create a great product for the benefit of European users and not only.
Okay, then as we are 1 minute late already, I'll slowly start thanking each of you for coming today and presenting your solutions, and to all the participants for connecting today. The next event of this series will be on the 22nd of October, and it will be focusing on European marketing tools, so how to make marketing a little bit more European. So if you're interested, I'll see you there. Again, I hope this event gave you the chance to meet 3 very hardworking companies with incredible solutions. If you're interested, we'll share the contact soon so you can get in touch with them. Have a nice day, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.